Hello everyone, and welcome back to another how-to video in Fortnite. Today we're going to be learning what the ACCOLADE device is. This is also known as the XP device. This device gives you XP during creative matches. This is how you get XP during creative actually. Now, starting off, we have the name and description. You can put it as anything. It doesn't really matter. You don't even need a name or description. It is not mandatory, it is only optional. Name and description will pop up on the HUD if you put a name and description when you get awarded the XP. Now, limit award count. This limits the award count, so if you have no, they could get unlimited amount of XP each time it is awarded. And limiting it, you can choose how much times that they can be awarded from this device. Now, XP award. Now this gives you however much XP you want them to give. But you can't choose the exact amount. It has to be like large or small. So you can give them a medium amount, a large amount of XP, or a small amount of XP. Now splash size. So the automatic is just, it determines the UI size. This, or small, sorry, just has a tiny notification of you being awarded the XP, and then large has a larger notification with a splash and the title and description. So that's if you add the title and description. Now the icon identifier. The icon identifier, you can just choose any symbol. There's lots of symbols as you can see. I'm just flying through them. You guys could look through those if you want. This pops up when you are awarded the XP. It pops up with the name and description. Then enabled during phase. This is what phase it is enabled. You can have it set on none, or you can have it set on anything you want. Then you can enable it whenever you want. If you have it set on none or like pre-game only. And we got triggering player only. So this one puts the awarding player only, or it could be anyone. It doesn't really matter if you put it to yes. And teams, this is what team can activate this device. You could have it like team 3, team 2, team 1, or any team. Doesn't really matter. And you could have it only that team that you selected, or you can do it any team except this team. For example, like if I put it at team 3, it'd be all of the other teams except team 3. So team 3 won't get it, or won't be able to activate it. Same goes with classes. An award when receiving from, this is the channels and stuff. So I have a button right here. It's not going to work because I'm creating, but I set it on channel 1. So then if I do award when receiving from channel 1, then if I click this button, it'll activate this device, giving me the XP that I chose on here, which I just left it as medium. And enabled, that is when it's enabled. So you can enable it if it is disabled. And disabled, that is if you don't want the XP to, or if you just want it to pause. Like, let's say instead this button disables it. Oh, I forgot to add that. So disable, I can click it. If I click this button, it'll disable this device, and then I can have another device. Like, let's get another button in here. We'll get this one on channel 2. So then, if I have that set, if I click this, it'll turn the device off. If I click this one, it'll turn it back on, because I have channel 2 and channel 1. And would have awarded, this is for creative testing purposes, because when you're creating your own map, when it's not published, you will not get XP from this device. It will give you XP once it is published. So, the way to test it is doing the would have awarded transmit on. And that's always the best. So usually what I do is like, if let's say I have it on channel 5, I put it on both. So then when I click a button that is on channel 5, it'll tell me when I was awarded it, and it'll also award. But when it is published and you don't have the would have awarded on, it'll still tell you, not during creative though, only while it's published. It'll still tell you the XP, or that you got the XP, if it's only on award. Just not while you're creating or during gameplay. It has to be published. And how does the device work? So, I'm not sure if you know or not, but there's a bunch of maps out there with tons of XP, and some XP vary from like very high or very low. And you're like, well, how does it all have specific amounts? So, let's say I'm gonna try and explain this the best way. So let's say I made this, like, this is a map published, alright? It's not actually, but we'll just use it as an example. And I join, and like 5 other people join, and I click I'm the only one that gets awarded, then it'll be a pretty high XP. But let's say like 100 people have played this a bunch of times and no one's got it, then I join and I get the XP, I will get a lot of XP. But if all 100 of those people got the XP and I clicked it, then it's going to give me a lot less than I would have. So it depends on how many people play the game and get the XP here. So it'll lower the more and more people. So that's why you want to kind of make it a challenge, so then it awards more XP for you. And yeah, that is all of the things you need to know about the Accolade. The Accolade device. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and stay relaxed.